What the fuck is that, mate? Look at that. It's a fucking torch connected to a soldering iron fucking stand for my microphone. This is living. Whoa! Yes, boys. Yes, we are back and we're doing Sophie. Well, I'm not actually. That would be a porno, you see. But, yeah, oil of every, pearls, underwear, inside, fucking whatever, man. Now, this is the debut album by Sophie Long, previously known as Sam Long, who has already carved out her own niche in bubblegum bass or post-industrial or whatever kind of label you want to put on her sample-heavy, discordant, waxen model of electronic. And she is shorted in by no one here, as so many of the passages on this record are so state-of-the-art and experimental, more specifically in how she defiles and drenches her textures in seemingly vats of steel wool and acrylic. Ow. Oh, lovely. And it is the texturing that makes so many of the passages here the most visceral of electronic in this year, from Ponyboy's industrial instrumental with the sheer volume and grained synths to the way her vocal samples are modulated on Face Shopping. I can't quite describe my love for these duo of songs. It's everything I want electronic to be. Primarily fucking charged industrial lead synths with off-kilter time signatures and deliciously infectious vocal samples. The layering, the progressions, the energy, and the feeling is all so wrenching and futuristic. It feels like it was made in a different time period entirely. And yet, it's more than just synthetic. It's real, it's fucking carnal, and bottled with lust, man. I mean, fucking Ponyboy over here just makes me want to ram a girl. Yeah, my camera as well, apparently. Hey, fuck me. Yeah, please, actually. That'd be nice. Oi, fucking, the lamp, hey, you've got some chill at least, don't you, as well? Fucking hell, man. Oh, fucking, the World Cup hasn't started yet, mate. The progressions throughout this record are so holistically and conceptually realized as well, even if it's just her reworkings of lines on Face Shopping and how it then abruptly leads into the complete beat change with some ethereal vocals matched to the twinkling, shimmering MIDI scales. It all just fucking functions as a perfect contrast. Perfect contrast. Of course, it isn't all just post-industrial wrenching beats and bass-driven bangers, as there are some more cinematic and atmospheric moments that by comparison glide with the ease and hostility of a Mahatma Gandhi bat. Also, for an electronic record, there is a weighty amount of emotion from all of the feminine inflections and pitch-shifted modulations they endure. Infatuation is the best example of this in the building of the beat, from her vocal samples, the tension remaining ever present even when the fucking modulated infant vocals are introduced. And past the sheer talent she shows for layering and lushness, the vocals are also what for me separates her atmospheric tracks from her other contemporaries, barring The Knife, who she clearly is influenced by here. Take Is It Cold in the Water, a song that feels suitably frosted over and ice-packed with those jagged synths circling and her delivery flowing through its higher register. It really helps shape this song into a soulful declaration for wondering how cold the shower is. No, not really. The lyrics are obviously much more rooted in emotions and all that jazz, whatever the fuck that is. Whilst lightly sprung bubblegum pop bangers ensue are not okay and immaterial, although the former is strangely wound up and caught around itself almost as though it was put in solitary confinement and a washing machine at the same time. Whilst immaterial, or in my Cheerios, doesn't beat around the bush. Nah, mate, it doesn't even try to hide its cruisy, poppy punch. It's so unabashedly saccharine and repetitive, it seems designed for being locked in a bullpit. Whilst Whole New World / Pretend World also seems to have been fried with Britney Spears in mind, with those serially grainy, static, coarsened synths providing the riffage the flat vocal samples bounce off of. But yeah, obviously this is more than merely an exercise in shallow, bombastic, fucking beat crafting and atmospheric interludes that then wears off with repeated listens criticisms. As a track like It's Okay to Cry, the opener grew past the original distaste I held for it, and that's for the flawed delivery, adding a very human vulnerability that is then appropriately conjoined to a minimally designed backdrop, though that is still one of the more obvious lulls in the track listing, with another being Whole New World for me, as the vocal lines just don't seem to contain the same infectious energy, but more so on just how grating those staticky synths are. But yeah, these shortcomings are few and far between, and mostly centered around the bookends of this album. Again, everything is executed here with a sensuous flair, and yet exotic, synthetic grounding, both efficient and skillful, yet also indulgent and spellbinding in the most evocative ways possible from this subgenre. And my criticisms of this record barely deface the sheer enjoyment and fascination I hold for it. I really do think it is such a fucking... yeah, and the atmospheric tracks really did grow on me as well, you know, with repeated listens. They're just fucking lovely, man. They're layered so well, fucking beautiful, and lots of emotion, of course. So yeah, I'll just give this a cheeky 4.2. It's about as good as really, really tangy gravy mix with maybe even some mushrooms put in it, you know, fucking, and some hot chips, chicken salted, you know, a bit of oregano, a bit of sea salt as well, just... yeah, and maybe just a little side of tartare sauce. That's how good this fucking album is. So, fucking listen to it, basically. It will blow your mind if you haven't heard any sort of post-industrial electronic. But I'll catch you later, man. It's that simple. This is fucking great. Just have a good one, man. And yeah, I appreciate new subscribers, likes, feedback, all that kind of shit, man. It helps the channel grow. So cheers for that. Fucking love you, blokes. And just have a good one, man. Just have a good one. Wow! Oh, lovely.